What's up, everybody? It's your boy Skip, aka Skipintosh, back for another issue slash episode of what happens when a pro comic artist leaves you their old books. So I got a whole another bag of books to go through this time, entrusted to me by my buddy Nick Dragata, and we're gonna find out what's inside of them. Before we do, let's give some love to our sponsors. Tabu Ohana, you see the chair that I'm sitting in. It is comfortable, supports the back, nice headrest. If I want to lean back and look up at my big screen while I play, which I do not as much as I need to these days, but I'm getting back into it. And if you're looking for a comfortable chair for yourself or for someone that you love, up to 45% off of select chairs right now on the website. Actually, there's a discount on all 3 chair models on the website right now. If you put in my discount code SKIPTC, get an additional $40 off of your total purchase. So that's big savings, and the savings are still up there. They started before Black Friday, before Cyber Monday, and they just left them up there. So go take advantage of the sale. Tabu Ohana, don't apologize, be yourself. And Computer Booter, if you're in the local Sacramento area, if you're looking for a repair shop, gaming lounge, or gift shop, go check out Dave down at Computer Booter. If you have a Mac PC or a console that's no longer working or needs a tune-up, Dave's your man. If you're looking for a gift for that anime, manga, or gaming enthusiast in your life, they got t-shirts, lanyards, they got hats, video games, retro consoles, modern day stuff, all of that. Or if you just want to rent a console, just hang out there for a little while and play some games, get out the house, that's a great place to be. They have PCs there that you can rent and tons of retro consoles. I'm talking about stuff from like my parents' age. All there, all very fun. So shout out to Dave at Computer Booter for sponsoring this video. Shout out to Tabu Ohana for sponsoring me as well. And links for both are in the description below. But here we freaking go. All right, so so the story goes that Nick was living out here and he decided to move back to the East Coast. In the midst of that, I was supposed to go pick up the books from him the week that he moved, but I got busy and I saw him like a few weeks before then, but I didn't see him right before he moved. So he gave them to another buddy of ours, Justin Greenwood. You might know Justin from Stumptown or Crone. You may also know him from Stringers with Mark Guggenheim. He gave them to Justin, and I went and picked him up, and I thought it was just going to be like a bag or two. It was 7 freaking reusable grocery bags full of magazines, hardcovers, comics, and even drawing material. So we will continue to go through them here with you, starting off with number 1, and I hope my buddy Jimmy watches this video because he will be psyched to see that I got more Hellboy here. This one is Mike Mignola and Duncan Fegredo, and 1 of 3, Dark Horse, Hellboy. I started reading some of Hellboy in Hell. I have not finished it. Jimmy is not talking to me as much because I have not finished it. Jimmy, I'm sorry. I still love you. I will finish it soon. Looks like I might have the whole series because I'm 2 for 3 right now. Got another Hellboy in there, The Fury. And, oh, okay, wait. We got more in here. I'm just going to pull out this whole little stack-a-rooney. Okay, yep, so 3 of 3. So I have this whole one. Bam, bam, bam. Jimmy, I know you're probably going to watch this video. Let me know if you have these also. And, okay, and some more Hellboy. All right, we got, what is this? Buster Oakley Gets His Wish. What series is this? Doesn't say. And looks like it might be a one-shot. It does say it's first printing and number 1. Okay, and looks like we got a little more, The Storm. So, yeehaw. I got that as well, 3 of 3, 2 of 3. All right, so got me some Hellboy in here. Thanks, Nick, for hooking it up with some Hellboy. I have been enjoying some more Dark Horse comics than I ever have before lately, so it will be cool to... I'm putting the floppies off to the side because I don't want them to get mushed underneath all the other stuff. Okay, more Hellboy. We're not done yet. The Wild Hunt, Mike Mignola and Duncan Fegredo again. So we got more of it. It's absolutely happening. Okay, so that one I can leave up there. Les Nobilis. I've not heard of this before. but it looks pretty cool. Adventure and genre. So this seems like it's a comic in a different language. And I know Nick reads like European comics, and of course, if you've ever read any of his stuff, he definitely has some manga influences. He loves anime and manga. This art is really dope. I really, really enjoy this. It has like a little bit of a oh gosh, how am I forgetting his name? He did Gru. He's my buddy's favorite artist, and then we actually met him at Stockton Con because he was just randomly there. How am I forgetting his name? He worked for Mad TV and all that stuff. Sergio Aragones. This has like some Sergio Aragones vibes going on with it, but just like kind of like a little darker and in tone. And I dig Sergio Aragones, so I'm with that. Sergio Aragones also works with Stan Sakai here and there on Usagi Yojimbo. So if you watched episode 1 of this series, you saw me have Stan Sakai's Usagi Yojimbo and the art of Usagi Yojimbo. Okay, looks like maybe some old school stuff. The Falklands War. Not familiar with what this is, but Biggles recounts. D. Chauvin, U. Aderzo, Biasso, J. Rudal, and it's from Ninth Sign Books, art publisher. Okay, so it is in English. Interesting. Maybe this was some of the stuff that Nick was looking at when he had to do some of like the war scenes and stuff like that in East of West. I'm probably totally wrong, but I'm just trying to guess why he would have this in there. I am someone who I'm very interested in history, and especially history related to like militaries and wars and stuff like that. So maybe Nick's just into it like I am. I'll have to ask him. I'm not sure. One of the things we never talked about. How to draw hip hop. You don't stop. Me having a long background in hip hop as like I was an MC for a long time, battle rapper, beat maker, turned producer and all that other stuff. And now I don't know, like I'll still battle you if you want to. I don't really get into it like I used to, but hip hop is still at the core of what I do. I'm still very much a sampler. I feel like the way that I write, I sample a lot. Conversations that I hear, terms and stuff that I hear, things that I say, things that happen in text message, I kind of use those as inspiration and stuff like that. But this definitely has a very heavy like graffiti art style to it, which completely makes sense. This definitely harkens to like when I was in hip hop crews and stuff when I was younger, and like my friends who were graph artists, would be like, drawing stuff in class and all that, which is really cool. Yeah, and they do kind of show you how the shapes looking of things and everything, kind of how to render something from beginning to end. So that's pretty cool. That's cool. He knows that I was getting more, trying to brush up my art skills because I've never been like a good sketcher. I could like paint, but I was always better at like abstract stuff that you look at that and be like, what is that? And I'll be like, it's just a feeling, man. And you're like, oh, it's emotional. Like, I sucked at drawing people and architecture, but slowly getting better at it. Okay, let's see. Intron Depot 4 Bullets. Oh, Masamune Shiro. A collection of Masamune Shiro's full colors and others, 1995 through. So Masamune Shiro is the creator and artist for Ghost in the Shell. Probably my favorite anime. I haven't finished the manga yet. I'm like maybe a quarter of the way through the original manga, and I've read some issues of Ghost in the Shell 2, the continuation of the manga, which is pretty cool. But it is my favorite anime. I actually have it above Akira. Ghost in the Shell is my absolute favorite anime, and then Akira is probably second or third. I know it's top 3, but I had never heard of this series before by Masamune Shiro, and yeah, it's like, whoa, it's like the full collection. Masamune Shiro, like some of the way that he renders stuff, especially with like colors and such, kind of trips me out. And he goes back and forth, like he'll do some digital like renderings too, and it kind of reminds me of like some of what we saw if you watch like the Lawnmower Man, from like the 90s. Some of it kind of reminds me of some of that stuff. And he mixes it, so you really don't always know which is which. I mean, I guess if you're a better artist and you work with art more than I do, it's easier to tell. But I really like Masamune Shiro's proportions, lines. I like how he makes things slender, but they still have a bit of a weight to them. And I really like how he draws eyes and such. And, of course, now if you watch more modern anime or anime and you read more modern manga, this just seems very typical, but that's only because he was so influential and a lot of people got their style, and were inspired by Masamune Shirow and, Katsuhiro Otomo from Akira. So, but this is the good stuff. Dang, man, he hooked me up. I'm stoked off of that one. Animation by Preston Blair. Learn how to draw animated cartoons. Heck yeah. So for the cartoonists out there, of course, I'm sure quite a bit of y'all watch Cartoonist Kayfabe YouTube channel with Ed Piscor and Jim Rugg. And they have a fantastic YouTube channel. I really like the interviews that they do, and I like how they dive into different books and stuff like that. But yeah, see, for me, this is absolutely stuff that's like gonna help me out. Because as many artists as I know, let me tell you, like my friends are too expensive for me to work with because they're all professional. And every now and then they do passion projects. I'm not gonna say that. Look, so for in the long run, it's better for me to learn how to just draw myself, and I'm sure my scripts will be better than my drawings, and I'm sure I'll hire my kids to do stuff because they're both artists. One, she likes color, so she's a bit of like a little colorist, and then the other one, she likes lines. My oldest daughter, but I'll be hiring my kids and hiring myself to draw stuff because aside from that, it's also you can't just find artists that want to work with you. You have to find ones that like are good with time schedules and stuff like that. And let me tell you, creative people suck with stuff like that for the most part. Whoa, what in the world is this? Cosmic Scoundrels? Liberty Justice? This looks dope. It's huge too. Like, dude, this thing is humongous. But I don't even know who this is. I feel like the style is familiar. Matt Chapman and Andy Siriano. Wait, okay. So Tyler Shanlane and Andy Siriano, okay. With Comic Crafts, Richard Starling, and John J.G. Rochel. Okay, so it looks like there's two different stories in here. Cosmic Scoundrels logo, Jeff Sims. Yo, this thing is dope. These colors are crazy too. This thing is huge. I'm super, like, what is this? Yo, this looks really, really cool. I'm sorry, Tad and Jacob, I tried to warn you. Tad and Jacob, no wonder you call yourselves those stupid names. I'm getting like Black Science vibes here. Sorry for the glare, but yo, this thing looks crazy. And I got two of them, so there's another one. So this one, maybe this is part one, because I think that said like part 3 in it or something like that. Looks like, so yeah, same creative team. Yeah, part 1. Okay, cool. Matt Chapman, Andy Siriano. Okay, 2 intergalactic bachelors on the run from everyone. I'll take it. Yeah, it's got some cool art in it. Awesome colors. I'll have to read this and tell y'all more later because I have never heard of this before. I know nothing about it, but I love that it's gigantic size. I don't even like. I thought my Silver Surfer Black like super big book was like the biggest size book that they print, but I was very, very wrong. Okay, and I got some more trades. So Chris Burnham again, this time with Grant Morrison, Batman Incorporated. Cameron Stewart on colors. I'm not familiar with Cameron Stewart, but I'm definitely down to read more. This looks super good. I have not read Leviathan Strikes. So we were talking about Event Leviathan last time with Bendis, And we're getting some Leviathan stuff in here as well. I didn't read all of Grant Morrison's Batman Incorporated. Only read some of it, and I did not read this. Oh, and this is a one shot. Okay, cool. So excited to read this. We got more Hellboy, and this time it's Mike Mignola and Richard Corbin. So that's cool. And this is a #1. We have The Goddamned, Jason Aaron, R.M. Guetta, and Yulia Brusco. I've heard about The Goddamned, but I've never read it. I hear good things about Jason, like indie Jason Aaron books, like Scalped and stuff like that, which I need to read. Okay, we got issue 4 here. We got issue 2. So issue 2. Also have issue 4, and I guess I have... No, this is issue 3. And I guess I have 2 issue 2s. So, hey, let's do a giveaway. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but US only. Giveaway time. Whoever comments Tabu Ohana in the comments first, hit me up, and I'll hook you up with one of these goddamned issues. Because obviously I have issue 2, issue 3s. Or maybe, you know what, I'll do this. I'll read them, and then I'll give you issues 1 through 4. So hit me up. Whoever puts Tabu Ohana first in the comments. You got to be subscribed as well. Please like also. I appreciate that. All right. Napanente? Ooh, okay. So I can't I can't put this cover. You know, I could do this. Here we go. I could put that up. I'm not trying to have nobody strike the channel, but it looks like this is more of like a art book. I don't know this language, but ooh, we got, oh, okay, yeah, I can't. Let me tilt this up. Okay, ooh, but it's noir stuff in here too. Y'all know I love me some noir. Yeah, I need to get like my little translation. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, ooh, all right. Got some, yeah, there's definitely some adult stuff in here, but it varies. Like it goes from that to kind of being more like cartoonish style, Sunday Funnies type stuff. Howard the Duck looking type art. Man, I love stuff like that. There's even some war stuff in here. Okay, very cool. Very, very cool. Well, thank you, Nick. I'm going to have to flip that one upside down so it's not seeing it in there. All right, and let's see. Cover run. Oh, wow. Y'all going to love this. I am not a big Adam Hughes fan. I like Adam Hughes. I don't love Adam Hughes, but some of y'all out there love Adam Hughes. I got one of those. Actually, I have 2 of those Adam Hughes Gun Honey covers, but I got a whole book of Adam Hughes stuff now. So, all right. And I don't know how he got away with that. What the heck is her name from the Breakfast Club? But now, I mean, maybe he got it cleared, but yeah, you know, you got some OG stuff in here too. Hey, but another good art book. Love me some art books. And I'm sure reading through this is probably going to make me a bigger fan of Adam Hughes than I was before. Didn't know that he worked on some of the Justice League America stuff, so that's cool to know. Of course, he has Awesome Anatomy, both male and female, so that's pretty cool to see. Legionnaires also. That's cool. And then coming around, this is some of the more modern stuff that I know y'all be loving. I'm not a big Adam Hughes fan either. Hey, I'm with you, but I mean, hey, I could definitely learn to love him. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's got some really, 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 really awesome stuff. I do, as much as I love his older stuff, I like the his textures more on his newer stuff, especially his use, like how he uses light on shiny objects. Actually, this is a really cool cover that he did. This is kind of cool. It is Wonder Woman, OG Wonder Woman and modern. So that's pretty dope. All right, got me an Adam Hughes book. Thanks, Nick. All right, also some, okay, Chris Sprouse. Another artist that I only really know from looking at his stuff from the Black Panther run, that Black Panther and Ta-Nehisi Coates, which I promise you, if you actually read it like the first 3 volumes are actually dope. They're good. But Yeah, Chris Sprouse filled in for Brian Stelfreeze on some issues back then. So we got some more cool stuff right here. And yeah, I'm gonna go through this too. I'm sure, like again, more spending more time and seeing more of a range of an artist. Because sometimes if I just haven't, oh yeah, we got some Star Wars stuff up in here over on this page right here. But yeah, just if I haven't read a long series with an artist, or like when I was reading the Black Panther run, he was picking up on what Brian Stelfreeze had kind of already adapted. So I don't really feel like I was getting to know his style. Seems like he was just, keeping things going. Oh, some of you are really going to love this, especially like Ash and Eric Breen. Yeah, Modern Masters, Volume 7, John Byrne. John Byrne. Another person who I, just from seeing some of the iconic works that he's done, I know John Byrne stuff. And I've read some of... Wait, no, he didn't... They continued his Superman from there. So actually, I haven't read John Byrne's Superman. I read from right before the death of Superman. But I didn't read... I think I might have some digitals of his Man of Steel series, but I didn't finish it. I don't remember reading much of it, so I probably only read some single issues here and there. I'm not a big Superman fan myself, so, I'm sure that's probably holding me back also. But, from John Byrne's covers and stuff that I've seen, and, some of the Claremont stuff that I read from him, well, which was, a bit older. I think I like his latter style more. I don't know a whole heck of... I feel like I don't know as much about John Byrne as I... And, just reading the big stuff, like I get it, but I like to read some of the non-popular stuff too, and get familiar with that. Okay, Different Ugliness, Different Madness, Mark Meles. Oh, okay, yeah. So Dark Phoenix, yeah. So okay, yeah. So Dark Phoenix, that makes sense. Yes, I've read Dark Phoenix. What is this about? Let's see. In the golden age of radio, the striking and magnetic voice of Lloyd Goodman, the playboy of radio filled the airs. Radio filled the airwaves. However, he had a secret that forced him to abruptly run away from his fame in the public eye. Helen, a stunningly beautiful woman, constantly battles horrific memories that threaten to tear her hold on reality to shreds. Wandering through the countryside, Helen has a chance encounter with a reclusive Lloyd Goodman. Their meeting will send them down paths that will change their lives forever. Mark Meles, legendary European artist on Metal Hurlant. Oh, well, that makes sense. Writes and illustrates Different Ugliness, Different Madness. Meles has created a moving story about two people and their struggles to overcome the deep wounds that life can inflict. This type of stuff is right up my alley. I like romance stuff. I like drama stuff. I like noir stuff. I like tragedies. This is right up my alley. So this next to the cosmic book that I got, that big old thing, stoked. All right, Art Adams. Heck yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting Art Adams at a con. It was him, Ron Lim, and someone else. And then right after that panel, it was Nick, Justin, and Ramon. And super cool dude, like the chillest dude. And he was up there like, just sketching while he was talking and all that stuff. But I would probably say of the artists kind of from the from the 70s, 80s, 90s vibe, I would probably roll with Art Adams and Ron Lim the most, and I would say Art Adams is probably number one for me personally. I really like his lines. He does really great eyes. The detail of some of the things that he renders is really dope. So that's my brand of I got it. I don't want to say like he's better than John Byrne, but in my personal opinion, he is. I like him more than John Byrne's artwork. So got an Art Adams book. All right, Michael Golden. I am not as familiar with Michael Golden. As a matter of fact, I can't even think of anything that I've read that Michael Golden has done. But man, like, just shows you how much of a student of the game Dragata was to, have all these volumes and we're reading through, like some people think that people just jump in and just start drawing and, of course have influences from comics that they've read. But to have these art books, to go through and to study to see, how people use, the real estate of panels, how they use negative space, how they use sequential storytelling, how they move the camera around, the scenes to, evoke the proper emotions for that scene in the book. That's what great artists do, to take their art, to the next level. And we can see that's exactly what he was doing. So, okay, cool. So I'm definitely going to check out more Michael Golden now that I got this book. We're almost there. This one had like a bunch of books in it. Okay, John Romita. I'm going to assume that this is definitely senior. This is not junior. We could tell. We could totally tell by that. Roy Thomas in here, introduction by Stan Lee. But good old classic John Romita right there. Definitely a bigger fan of John Romita than JRJR. I like more of this style of art than JRJR. But JRJR has some classic stuff in the streak. But this is the stuff when I was a kid. Like this is still a lot of what they were showing. Classic stories, and there as many comics as being sold. Because there wasn't a huge push for digital art yet, there wasn't as many being published, so people still really value the classics back then. Show Me the Body, artwork by Anson Ju. So since I don't know what's in here, and we're talking about showing bodies, I figured, since it was a study of anatomy, that I guess I can kind of show this part, but you can basically see it's not just human bodies, but all different sorts of bodies and such. And, just different poses and different ways to move the body around and to render it within scenes. There's some really, really beautiful drawings in here. Some oil paint stuff, which, dang, that looks awesome. But it's really cool that, just basics and stuff like that, all these poses. I'm sure, this is probably a really fun book to make, too. Getting all these different models and bringing them in and, working on it. And we even got some stuff in the back, which is pretty cool. Some mech, and then like this gorilla style monster type character. This will definitely help me too. I wish I was farther along in art, because I feel like some of this stuff would help me more now than later. But it's going to come in down the line. Big Fun by Scorchy Smith. So this is by Noel Sickles, and I have heard recently on Cartoonist Kayfabe them talk about Sickles, and I was like, Sickles? Who the heck is this Sickles guy? But now I have some actual work from Sickles that I can go through and enjoy. And as much as Nick is inspired by anime and manga and stuff like that, it's a mixture also of older classic stuff like this, especially around his faces. Take a look at how his faces look, and you get a sense of old Kirby and and Kafka and all some of those different comic stories and strips and stuff like that. Especially stuff like this, how like this right here, you'll see Nick kind of draw eyes a little similar. Oh man, I wish I could very easily go and grab that Superman anthology story that I got from him, but you would see that especially within there. And the last book, Creepy Volume 1. This is so it's from the Dark Horse Archives. So just a bunch of old monster stories and stuff like that. Let's see. Yep, we got Frank Frazetta in here, Reed Crandall, Jack Davis, Shore Orlando, Alex Toth, Gray Morrow, and Roy Krenkel, and then some of the writers: Archie Goodwin, Arthur Porges. I don't know too much about. Otto Binder, Larry Englehart, and let's see. Yep, Joe Orlando again, and then the editors Archie Goodwin and Russ Jones. But yeah, some old monster tales. I feel like Gratu Orlov from the Four Color Fossils, like him, Breen, Graphic Man. I feel like they would probably dig this book. I got to let them know that I have this and see what they think about it. They'll probably be like, "Oh, you got some of the good stuff. That's like stuff from our day." which I don't buy a lot of that stuff, so it's always cool to be able to like connect with older comics fans who've really seen the medium through so many ages and the turn that it's taken. Oh man, I really 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 like this one. Like look at just like this pose right there. Just like look at that. Oops, sorry. This is the type of stuff that I like. I really like, and this is why I like some stories just to be in pencils and inks. Anyway, I think that's. Oh yeah. Hold on, wait. What's this? Is this a random? Do I have a random Rob Liefeld poster in here too? Why is this in here? You know what? Nick did have to do a Liefeld inspired cover for East of West, and I just recently got that. I received it in one of my unboxing videos. If you go back and you check that out. So random Rob Liefeld. Who doesn't love Rob Liefeld, right? If you don't like his art, you probably like him as a person. Anywho, thanks so much for joining me for another episode of What Happens When a Pro Comic Artist Moves and Leaves You Their Books. Thanks so much for joining. Shout out to the sponsors, Taboo Ohana. Oh, there they are. If you need a gaming chair, office chair, up to 45% off all the models right now. Put in my code SKIPTC, get an additional $40 off of your purchase. That's big savings, and you'll appreciate it. Taboo Ohana, don't apologize, be yourself. And also shout out to Computer Booter if you're in the greater Sacramento area. Computer Booter's in Carmichael, gaming shop, repair shop, gaming lounge, repair shop, gift shop. So if you need your Mac, PC, or console tuned up, head in. Looking for some gifts for gamers, anime enthusiasts, check them out. Want to rent a console or a PC, hang out, play some games, or maybe enter a gaming tournament, go check them out. They got snacks and stuff up there too, so if you go and you're going to be there for a while, they got you covered. Anyway, my name is Skip. You've been great, and I'll see you later.